Daniel's now going to give a quick presentation on the improvements we've made over the last 12 months. So I'll pass it on to you, Daniel.
Thank you, Lee. As Lee said, that it has been a big discussion, of course, always, how we can be better in communicating with each other. Because, of course, a lot of times when uni send things out, it goes, of course, directly to the unions, and it will be to a union international officer. And a lot of times, of course, it will not reach the young people in the youth boards of the trade unions. So we have been trying to find other communication channels to get the information out to you. And of course, one of the biggest one is social media. And the one that we use the most is of course, Facebook. I hope you have already, all of you, became fans of our webpage or our Facebook page. We have 920 followers from all over Europe, most of them in Germany. And we also reach hundreds of people when we put things up, because the most important thing is, of course, when we put something there, you can all like it and you can all share it to the people from your areas and in your unions. And what we put there is updates from events, info about upcoming events, and also campaign statements from the campaigns and statements from Uni Europa Youth. And we also use Twitter. It's something that we started with after the conference in Albufeira. We started it the first steering group meeting that we had after Albufeira. And we now have 61 followers. And the thing with Twitter is it's mostly used, of course, by media persons, journalists, and people who are into politics. It's not so many common people there. It's like people who want to do a statement. I've heard it's not true for Great Britain, but as I know it in other countries, usually it's people who are a bit more active in politics and so who use Twitter. And what we use it for, of course, you can only put 140 characters, so you cannot write long stories there. It's for short updates and quotes, like we have quoted some of the things that was said today in this debate, and also statements from Uni Europa Youth, like when we went to the Turkish embassy, we also put it up there, and linked, of course, the statement from the Uni Global webpage. And we want, of course, all of your help to dominate social media during these days. That's why we have put this hashtag up. So if you use Facebook, maybe you also use Twitter, and also you might use Instagram, you know, the one where you take photos of your food and you put it up. You can also do more political stuff. You can take photos of things that are interesting and also put them up there. So not that food is not interesting, but there's other things you can put there. And then you use the hashtag UniYouth14. We have seen that a lot of you already do, so it's really great, so we can be seen there. So just to tell you also that we would like to have your help to reach 1,000 followers or fans on our page. We now have 920, and before this seminar is over, it would be very great if we could be 1,000. So please share the page, and when you go into the Facebook page, you can also invite your friends. So if you have a lot of friends from your unions that cannot be here, please invite them to the page, and they can maybe get here for the next seminar, and they can also know what we do between the seminars. The new thing that hasn't been up yet is this new email newsletter, because as we said, on Facebook we put some short things up, and also on Twitter we put short things up, but also, of course, a lot of communication is good to do by email. So we have put this email newsletters up, and what we will use it for is reports from seminars like this. We will write a report about the things we have said here, so you can take it home. And also from other events, and also send you, of course, the information on upcoming events. As you see in this little red box in the end, the people who sit there, who can see the screen, is, of course, that we put there the information about how you can register for Summer School 2014, this summer in Albufeira. So, of course, you will have to go to your unions and ask them to send you there, but you will at least have the dates and the information, so you can go to them and say, I've heard that there is a summer school, can you please send me there? And also we will then, as I said, information on upcoming events. And how do you register for this newsletter then? Now I'm going to move to this place. Just because it will be easier to use the computer. So you can go into the Facebook page. If you use Facebook and you're already one of our friends, you can go in here to Uni Europa Youth page, and you will see this one. It says sign up to the newsletter. and this will open then. And you just put your email address and your first name and your last name, and if you want it like in a text version or an HTML version, and you will be in the list. So when we send this newsletter out from this seminar, you will get it in your email box. And there's also, if you don't use Facebook, because not everyone do, there's also this URL you see there, the short one. If you type it in your web reader, you will get to a page where you can also register for it. And you already heard it before when we had the presentation on the action plan. One of the things that you told us to do was to make a web page about working abroad, and we have done that. We have tried to put some facts about what you have to think about if you're going to move to other countries, and it's basic information on regulations and also some practical advices on, like, you can check this page about things you need to know to live in this country, and we have this social welfare system that works this way. And also, of course, we have put up which are the unions of the country. So if you're going to move there and work there, of course, you can also then contact the union, so you can be a member of the union in the country where you're going. So I will show it to you. Yeah. So if you want to find it, you will have to go to the Uniglobal Union webpage where there is a youth section. So the easiest way is just to put uniglobalunion.org/youth, and you get there, and you will find the Working Abroad webpage on the right side. And as you see, we haven't been able to take the facts from all the European countries. We're not that many people in the steering group. So we have done the countries where people from the steering group comes from. And if you press one of these links, right now it will be open a Word document. In the future it will of course be directly on the site. It was just that we had some short time preparing this for this seminar. And then you will see like general information, some information on migrating to the country, how can you find a job, what is the representation of employees, and you will find the trade unions in that country. So that's the kind of information that we have put on this page. So just to show you a little more about how important it is to use the social media, I will show you the statistics for our page. So let's see. There's so many people just doing things at the same time. You can see it now on the screen, everything that happens here. So, show statistics. It's in Swedish, so as you can see here, this is what I wanted to show you. Like this. So, what happened now? Go on away. Do this later. Overview. Here. So you can see that during this day, really, we have reached 5,558. So it's 10,386% more than we reached the last week. So when we're all here, we put things up and we share it and we like it and everything, we get out there, and a lot of people see that we are doing things for young people and that we are an active European Trade Union Federation. And also just to show you one post then, I took a picture of the leaflets out there, and it has already reached 615 persons. And also I took a picture when we had the speed dating earlier, and it reached more than 500 people. Now we have so many, so now it's hard to find it. It's like down here somewhere. So that was what we wanted to tell you about the communications anyway. So the other thing that we would like to do is, of course, we have all these events, very good events. We have the summer school, we have the winter school, and so on. And we would like two persons that have been in these events to tell you a bit about what they learned there and what they thought about them. So I think Marik will be the first person. She will come up and tell you a bit about the summer school we had in Albufeira this summer.
Hi, my name is Marik, and I'm from Sweden. I'm with the Swedish Transport Workers Union, and they sent me to Albufeira for the summer school. I was very happy. It was during the Swedish holiday midsummer, so it was. We had to teach all the other people how to sing the song "Little Frogs" and the dance that goes with it. So that was fun. Well, it was my first uni meeting or seminar, so it was all new to me when I came there. So it helped me to better understand how the unions work in the countries in Europe, because we have very different. It's very different for us in our respective countries, and we learned about Portugal because we were there. The taxi driver he told us so many stories on our way to the hotel. It was like he was really a ambulance driver, but they had decreased his salary by like 2/3, so he was poor, and a lot of people moved to Brazil to work instead of Portugal. Yeah, well, we started having some group assignments, and it's easier to understand how wars are started because that group was very intense. It started a lot of arguments, but I think we solved them in the end. And we also had a group assignment about negotiations, and Lee almost made me cry. He's a very good negotiator. But it was educational. Yeah, and we did have to make speeches for it was exactly 2.5 minutes or 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and that was really hard, but it was really nice to hear the different speeches because a lot of people started crying. They made us laugh and really think a lot about different important things to different people. So it was very good. It was educational and fun as well. And have I missed anything? I wasn't supposed to talk about the mechanical bull, right? No. Oh, okay.
I can show you the film later.
So I won't then. No. But it was a lot of fun, and I can really recommend it to everybody to go to the summer school because it was great to meet all the people, and I learned a lot. So go.
As she says, you should all apply for summer school, and it will be the 25th to 27th of June, and it will be in Albufeira, the same place as last time, because we found a very good hotel there. And you have to do it very fast, because the spots will be taken very fast, because a lot of people want to go there, and we cannot have a too big group. So make sure you get to summer school. And after you, we also had the winter school, as you heard before, and we have Liz here, who will tell you a bit more about it.
Hello everyone, I'm Liz from the UK, from BEC2, which is the Broadcasting and Entertainment Union. We're actually quite a small union in comparison to some of you that I've been talking to. So it was a great opportunity for a really small union to be involved in something on such a Europe, but also a global scale as well. So last month we were in Brussels for the winter school for Uni Europa Youth. 16 unions and 30 participants. For us, that's more people than we normally have in our youth committee meetings. So that was really empowering to see other people like us with the same issues, the same wants, the same needs, the same aims and achievements that they want to have for the future. The winter school was apparently sort of a lead on from the summer school. So if you do the summer school first and then do the winter school, or with my background, I'd already been quite active in our union, so I'd already learnt the sort of basic trade union and rep skills. So it was great to be able to go on this winter school, because we, as the picture shows, went and visited different buildings within the EU Parliament in Brussels. That was fantastic. We actually got to have a go at lobbying some MEPs, which actually I was quite impressed about, because people were actually listening to young people. In the UK, it's a real struggle to even get meetings with politicians. So for that to be on an EU level was fantastic. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic thing. I think you should try and sign up to it and do it. Not only can you meet new people, make connections with different unions, but also learn a lot and gain confidence and skills for yourself to take back to your own unions. To summarise then, I reckon it's great for you that go on the summer school, or you've already got some expertise in your union, and I hope that it's the next step to a deeper EU recognition for unions. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. So now we have heard about the two big schools that we have. And thank you, Fredrik, for the comments on Facebook. I know my English is not my first language, but I try, so maybe sometimes it's a bit Swinglish then. So, yeah. Yeah, Swedish-English together, right? Yeah. So we also wanted to say that another thing that we have done, of course, networking is a big thing for us when we meet, and we want to stay in contact. So not only we have the Facebook page, we also have these groups like the one for this seminar, so you can stay in contact with each other for many, many years on. So when we have a seminar in 20 years, you will come here and be the person who will speak about the success stories about young people who once were in uni youth, that is now the president of your union or something like that. So you can keep in contact. That's also something that we have worked a lot with. So thank you, Lee.